Okay, this is the setup for a shot sequence I just finished. I wanted to document it before I tear it apart. And there's the lighting. Here's the nerve center that kind of triggers it all. That's my breakfast. Up here is a timer that sort of initiates it all. And it's triggered here. I got it set for 7 seconds. So 7 seconds later, this peanut butter lid's going to move. There it goes, and it flips these switches as it goes and makes things happen. It's all moved by this motor here. So a light bulb got triggered, the egg shaked, and then the egg cracked. Corruption falls down and lands next to the corruption egg. So first I have to reset everything. Like this light bulb here gets set like that, and it's initiated by a string that's wrapped around there. And then these eggs get lifted up via this pulley here. You can see there's a pulley up there and these counterweights, and that's all looped into this solenoid here. Okay, most of the action happens under here. I got 2 pins here hooked to this weight, which is released by that solenoid you can kind of see, and then it lands on that pillow. And then this is a string that pulls the light bulb via this motor here. This arm here moves, and then it pulls that string, and then this switch is triggered there, and that makes this light bulb light up. You got these styrofoam letters here with a little counterbalance glued onto the back, and it goes on these pins here. It's balanced so that it can fall, and then you put the lid on, which goes together pretty good if you're really careful. And then the tricky part here is taking this little piece here, and you got to balance it just so in this corner here, like that. And this arm here with a motor on the end of it shakes the egg. It gets installed under here. See, it spins here and jostles the egg by hitting that wood right here. It's a 2-shot gag, and I had to have this level here move. Again, it's got a string there, or thread, hooked to this arm, which is moved by this motor here. Again, it's triggered by the peanut butter lid, this time with a micro switch. I also wanted a light to come up on these guys, but I wanted it to come up slowly, not just flip on, so I have this rheostat here that's motorized that does that job. So here's the rest of the motors in action. Okay, I'll show you again at half speed. Got the light bulb switch, which turns that bulb and then it turns on. Next is the egg shaker, which makes the egg move, which drops that little piece we saw. Then we got the egg cracker, which cracks open the egg by dropping that weight, and then the corruption thing falls, like that. Okay, here's the 2 shots as they'll appear in the video coming up here.
Started to work. Karl Marx coined a name for it. Okay, but he and Engels hatched their own idea, scientific socialism. But look close at their idea that central control can level prosperity, and you'll see it doesn't exactly spell middle class. It fails to consider the human nature of self-interest. Socialism flat out kills ambition, thanks to its redistribution of wealth creation, which turns up, eventually, as wealth consolidation in the dark side of human nature. Turns out the Marxist utopian dream energized the perfect incubator, which cracked open the real killer, and that's corruption itself.